Elizabeth Nakakoni, and I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma, and what we are looking at tonight as our top stories, security concerning AMISOM, 2 UPDF AMISOM officers face death for killing Somalis. We'll also be looking at the passport issue, where public reminded about the due expiry of old passports, and we'll also be going to Sudan, where it's not all rosy. A Sudanese rally against military appointment of new ruling sovereign council. And in sports, we'll be looking at boxing, where the national team boxers protest UBF code of conduct. Those are some of the top stories that we'll be looking at. But now let's get started. Remember that we're coming to you live online and on air from Broadcast House here on Nile Avenue. The UPDF court-martial has found guilty 5 UPDF officers for causing death of 7 civilians in Mogadishu. The Deputy Defense Spokesperson, Lieutenant Colonel Ronald Kakurungo, told the media at Naguru Police Headquarters that the 5 officers will be repatriated to serve their sentences. As Ivan Kawa now reports, Uganda Police has also deployed flying squad unit officers across the country to provide backup, responding to calls and countering criminals.
5 Ugandan contingent soldiers operating in Somalia to foil the Al-Shabaab militants under AMISOM have been found guilty of causing death of 7 civilians in Mogadishu. The UPDF court-martial sitting in Somalia's capital Mogadishu sentenced 2 officers to death, while 3 were given 39 years in jail. They will be repatriated to Uganda to serve their sentences.
As a military component of AMISOM, we will among our ranks continue to ensure strict compliance with our obligations as we carry out with the task of pursuing and degrading Al-Shabaab, ISIS and other like-minded armed groups, as well as protecting the population centers and securing critical infrastructure and sensitive sites in Somalia.
Meanwhile, Uganda police have redeployed 120 flying squad unit officers to traditional districts of Uganda after completing training in counter-terrorism, gang violence, sophisticated crimes and intelligence.
And we want to ask the public to report all gun and crime-related activity to the flying squad unit on these 2 telephone numbers. The first number is 0709 023 710, and the second number is the UTL line 0711 042 384. It goes up to the headquarters of the flying squad unit.
These officers will operate under CID, commanded by Senior Superintendent of Police Andrew Kagwa.
After they are not supposed to go into incidents of investigations, once they have apprehended any violent suspects, recovered guns and other dangerous weapons, they hand over to CID to proceed with the investigative role.
On the other hand, police have warned the film producers and filmmakers against sharing videos of torture without warning the audience. Police have established that some of the videos involving child abuse and torture appearing on social media are movie scenes.
So it is against that background that all film producers and makers are tasked to observe the filming regulations, terms and conditions by clearly distinguishing between movie violence and real violence. See, screen violence has to come with warnings. You indicate.
Police reports that there was an increase in aggravated child torture and abuse cases during the COVID-19 period.
The parents have always come out and said that the children they are having are difficult to control these days. But that should not be a reason for physical torture. There should be alternatives.
33 incidents of child torture and abuse were reported in Kampala the previous week. Ivan Kapwa, UBC News at Naguru Police Headquarters in Kampala.
The Ministry of Internal Affairs wants the public to renew and replace their passports with ESC electronic ones to avoid inconveniences when they travel. Ministry of Internal Affairs spokesperson Jacob Siminyu says usage of machine-readable passports for international travel has expired, but these can only be used within the region. Let's get more on that in this report.
About 1 million passports were estimated to expire in 2018 and needed to be replaced as the country introduces the East African electronic passports. However, this was extended up to 31st January 2021. Due to COVID-19, the Ministry of Internal Affairs Passport Department extended the deadline to 4th April 2022. The requirement for one to use the passport for international travel of 6 months expired on 4th October.
That you have now, all Ugandans, the old passports called machine readable, those passports are expiring on 4th April 2022. However, they cannot be used now for international travel. So you automatically have to replace your passport if you need to have an international travel.
Government embarked on establishing regional passport centres in addition to the one in Kampala to quicken the process of people getting passports. A passport lasts for 10 years, but because they were getting challenges, President Museveni withdrew the use of the machine-readable passports.
And we introduced this new passport, which is non-forgeable. You can't forge it, you can't even use it as an impositor or carrying it when you look like the owner. So it is an extremely secure passport. And so all of them will be expiring 4th April 2022.
The ministry says since 2018, 600,000 passports have been replaced. Other mechanisms have also been introduced to ease access to passports.
You go to www.immigration.go.ug, apply. When you apply, we give you a PRN and an application ID, and then you go to the bank and pay, or you can use mobile money or use a card and be able to pay. After paying, you go back to the portal and you schedule an interview. You come for the interview.
Meanwhile, travelers who plan to enter the country during this festive season can use Visa online system since the visa on arrival stopped. I'm Navka Farida in Kampala.
Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has hailed the former Deputy Governor, Bank of Uganda, late John Robert Elangot, for contributing to Uganda's economy in micro and macroeconomic development initiatives. In a speech read for him by Vice President Major Retired Jessica Alupo at the home of the late Elangot in Serere Cell, Serere Town Board in Serere District, the President said that the late Deputy Governor shared his wisdom and knowledge with the young generation, guided and nurtured professionals in economics and finance even after retirement. President Museveni urged the family of the late Elangot to carry on with his great work and tread his path of exemplary legacy.
To live a full life, and that he has been able to pass on some of those attributes.
President Yoweri Museveni has said that the late John Robert Elangot, the former Deputy Governor of Bank of Uganda, contributed to the maintaining the economy in both micro and macroeconomic development initiatives, despite the turmoil and political strife at that time in the 1980s. In a speech read for him by Vice President Major Retired Jessica Alupo at the home of the late Elangot in Serere District, the President, in gratitude, said that the late Deputy Governor gladly shared his wisdom and knowledge with the young generation and still continued to guide and nurture professionals in economics and finance, even in his retirement. President Museveni urged the family of the late Elangot to carry on with his great work and tread his path of exemplary legacy. The President contributed 15 million shillings towards the burial expenses.
Even in retirement, we continue to guide private and public financial institutions to serve Uganda better. To the family of the late Mzee John Robert Elangot, I pray that God grants you the fortitude and courage to go through this moment of loss and sorrow. This is a time of agony and grief as you reminisce on the beautiful and lovely memories which you shared with your dear father, grandfather, and great-grandfather. We are not only mourning his passing on, but we also are celebrating his great life, which has been saturated with great meaning and purpose.
The Teso chief, Papa Emorimori Augustine Osban Lemokol, said that Teso has lost a great son who has directly touched the lives of many Ugandans, especially through paying school fees, who in turn have been pivotal in uplifting the welfare of their families. Papa Emorimori reminded Ugandans to continue the campaign to stop new infections and COVID-19, which is still killing Ugandans. State Minister Musa Echweru said Teso has lost a big influential person, while the president of the Forum for Democratic Change, Patrick Amuliat, begged government to help the family get the retirement entitlements of the late Richard Elangot. Reporting for UBC TV News, Stephen Kanakulia, Sempa.
The head of State House Anti-Corruption Unit, Colonel Edith Nakalema, is concerned about the increasing acts of child abuse by parents. It follows the disheartening clips that crammed social media of a woman battering her child. Colonel Nakalema was addressing the media on Sunday's incidents where a one-year-old was recovered after being stolen by her father about a month ago.
Why should you touch a child if you are not a criminal? A child who can't fight with you, a child who can't save himself or herself, to me those are criminals.
Homes are safe places for children, but of recent, they have become torture chambers by parents. Of late, these hardening videos have been circulating in the media with parents battering their own children. The head anti-corruption unit, Colonel Edith Nakalema, warns perpetrators and the public to rescue the innocent souls.
It is disturbing, and I am here to condemn it. Condemn it. We cannot allow our children to be tormented, to be battered by fellow mothers.
She was addressing the media on police achievement where a one-year-old Mugabo Divine was rescued. On 17th October 2021, Mugabo Martin, who always purported to be Tumwesije Samuel, stole his own child from the mother and hid him in her sister's place in Kajansi.
You don't have to keep a child whose parents you don't know, who you don't even know why you are the one being asked to keep. We call that concealment of crime.
Mugabo Martin has today been arraigned before Wakiso Chief Magistrate's Court and charged with aggravated trafficking in persons.
Apart from sending us the videos, let there be relevant information, there be follow-up by the local leaders in the community in helping the police identify very fast the perpetrators.
To inform the local council, specifically to the Secretary for Children Affairs, and then report to the Probation and Social Welfare Officer, or report immediately at the police station. That's why the officers of Child and Family Protection Department are everywhere in the whole country.
Meanwhile, police are searching for Anne Kampi Tusubira, who is on the run after thrashing her child. Colonel Nakalema appeals to the public always report such incidences. Tumwesije has been remanded till 29th this month. Mutonyi Hilda, UBC.
Indeed, parents should be parents and should act responsibly. We'll now be taking a very short break, but we'll be returning with much more. And do stay with us.
Today in history.
On this day in 1977, President Jimmy Carter welcomed Mohammad Reza, the Shah of Iran, and his wife, Empress Farah, to the White House. At a joint news conference, Carter and Mohammad Reza reaffirmed their desire to collaborate on alternative energy production and oil conservation. At the dinner, Carter said, "We are bound together with unbreakable ties of friendship, of past history, a mutual commitment to the present and to the future.
Everyone is talking about MTN shares. I am Jenny Kafulua Shares, and I am here to show you how you can get them. First, you need a Securities Central Depository account, or SCD account in short, and you can open one right now using MTN Momo. It's free of charge. Just get your phone and your national ID, and let me show you how. Now, why do you need an SCD account? Well, because every time you get shares in any company, well, including MTN, your shares are going to be kept in this account. But this is not a bank account, and you don't need to go anywhere to open it. So is your phone and your national ID ready? Good. Let me show you how to open your SCD account. First, dial *165*65# or use my MTN app. Then select option 1 to submit SCD account application. Then enter your full national ID number or NIN. Next, select your preferred stockbroker and then choose option 1 to accept the terms and conditions. Lastly, enter your mobile money PIN and wait for confirmation, which you will receive on SMS. Oh, by the way, stockbrokers are the people authorized to help you buy or sell any listed company shares, so you need to choose one. That's it. Once you have your SCD account, you're ready to start applying for your MTN shares for as low as 100,000 shillings for 500 shares.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
Introducing Learn From Home Data Bundles. Customized bundles for you and your family to study or work seamlessly from the comfort of your home. Use any of these affordable data bundles to connect to your MiFi routers, laptops, tablets, and smartphones while avoiding unwanted internet exposure and ensuring undivided attention during online classes. Enjoy instant access to Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, and selected educational websites. Dial *175# to buy your Learn From Home bundle today. Airtel, the smartphone network. Terms and conditions apply.
Raising voices.
Like other fathers across Uganda, I'm standing up to say no to violence against children. I commit to give my children a violence-free childhood. As fathers, we can make Uganda safer for our children. I promise to speak out when I see violence.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
Deposit money onto your Airtel Money account. Reactivate your Airtel Money account with a deposit of a minimum of 1,000 shillings and get 10 minutes free Airtel to Airtel calls valid for 24 hours. Offer is applicable for a one-time transaction. Terms and conditions apply. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless.
Welcome back from that short break, and this is News Tonight here on UBC TV. A warm welcome to those of you just joining us. Elizabeth Nakakon is still on the sign language, and I'm Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. Let's move on now. Uganda Airlines has signed a 5-year flight-hour service agreement with Airbus to support its A330-800 Neo fleet. The flag carrier will benefit from integrated material services, including spare pool access, on-site stock at the main base in Entebbe, and components engineering and repairs. Through the agreement, Airbus will guarantee spare parts availability, contributing to securing aircraft technical performance. And the airline's acting Chief Executive Officer Jennifer Mturaki and Airbus's President for Middle East and Africa Mihail Houri signed the agreement at the sidelines of the Dubai Air Show 2021.
Access to spares, aircraft spares, in order to keep the aircraft serviceable and in service. We need a reliable supply of aircraft spares, and of course we cannot buy each and every spare, so we kind of outsource the service of supply of spares, and by entering into an agreement with the spares manufacturers and supply through Airbus, the manufacturers of the aircraft. We exchange. So for that service, we will be paying a flight hour rate. Every flying hour, we pay an agreed rate. That's why they call it flight hour services. And in the industry terminology, we call it fly by the hour. So basically, it's a spares support service involving spares supply for the aircraft.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
The Kabaka Birthday Run 2021 is back on Sunday, 28th November 2021, and will be flagged off by Sabasaja Kabaka at 7 a.m. in support of men, good health, and the fight against ending AIDS by 2030. It will be a virtual run in our various homes and communities around Uganda, with every participant following the Ministry of Health guidelines and SOPs to stop the spread of corona. Buy your ticket today at 15,000 Uganda shillings from Airtel Shops, New Park, Chagwe Road, ShopRite Building, Benchwanuka, Tobani Center, or Bulange Mengo. You can also buy your ticket using Airtel Money. Dial *185*5#, select payment, select Kabaka Run, and follow the prompts to complete the payment. Kabaka Birthday Run 2021, brought to you by UNAIDS, CBS, BBS, and Airtel, the smartphone network.
It's the festive season and we love it. And that means it's time to celebrate with GoTV.
Come with me.
So get your GoCoder and GoTV value for 25,000 shillings to watch with the whole family. And if you're feeling extra festive, upgrade to our best package yet, GoTV Super.
Something to look forward to.
Download the My GoTV app for more information.
Super.
We all deserve a super festive season. And with GoTV, there's every reason to love it.
Grow together with one of Uganda's largest companies. Apply for MTN shares for as low as 100,000 Uganda shillings. And when you apply using MTN Mobile Money, you get 10 free extra shares for every 100 shares you apply for. Dial *165*65# or use the MyMTN app to apply now. The terms and conditions of the offer and other important information are set out in the prospectus. For assistance, visit any MTN service center or Stanbic Bank branch countrywide or a licensed broker.
Welcome back, and now moving further afield, we go to neighboring Sudan, where Sudanese security forces killed at least 5 demonstrators Saturday in a crackdown on anti-coup protests, medics said, after the military tightened its grip by forming a new ruling council. The pro-democracy protests come nearly 3 weeks after top General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan ousted the government, detained the civilian leadership, and declared a state of emergency. Sports news now, and we look at boxing, where Uganda national team boxers are protesting the code of conduct and contract set by Uganda Boxing Federation. They claim that some of the articles in the code of conduct are unfair, allowing the federation to take up all image and commercial rights of the fighter. Despite being amateur boxers, they claim they have a right to earn from contracts and endorsements, also allowing the boxing clubs they affiliate to have a say on both coaching and financial benefits. Thus, they will not sign the code of conduct. Now, some of the fighters protesting the code of conduct include Bombers captain Shadir Musa, Olympian David Semuju, Catherine Nanziri, and others. Take a watch.
Trying to lure amateur boxers into professional boxing, of which is a good idea, but the way they're trying to do it does not favor us, does not favor our clubs, the indigenous clubs that brought us from when we were nothing to when we are somewhere. As we stand right now, the money that our coaches, the dedication, time, that the focus on us is too much. We stand right now, the money that our coaches, the dedication, time, that the focus on us is too much. And at last, our coaches are not benefiting. They're being cut from the chain. You know, they've been struggling so hard, dedicating their entire lives to take care of us, to mentor us, and make us better people, to relate with the community. As UBF should be promoting. Every time Mwanji is on media, Mr. Mwanji, talking about soliciting money for the boxing federation, you know, that the government is not funding boxing enough money, is funding sport. And the government, they've been looking into that, you know, and unleashing money to support boxing, to boost boxing in Uganda. And as per now, we have thought, yeah, we've been under, you know, COVID situation, we've been suffering. We haven't seen any help coming from UBF. We ourselves as boxers, we've been supporting each other. However much the condition has been tight, but still because of the faith and the love of the sport, our dedication, we have persevered, hoping that one day God shall hear us.
The Bombers not happy at all with UBF code of conduct, and Mhanji's work cut out there. Now, before we end this bulletin, let's have a look at our top stories.
Brought to you by
How to get points. Just use MTN to make calls, send SMS, load airtime, buy bundles, or pay for MTN subscription services.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
In our headlines tonight, 2 UPDF AMISOM officers face death for killing Somalis. Issue of passports, public reminded about the due expiry of old passports. Elsewhere in Africa, Sudanese rally against military appointment of new ruling sovereign council. And in sports, national team boxers protest UPF code of conduct.
Was brought to you by Everywhere you go, MTN.
It's exactly 8:30 in the studios of UBC TV, and that brings us to the end of this first edition of News Tonight. Remember that we shall be coming back at 10 p.m. for our second and final edition of News Tonight. Elizabeth Nakakune has been on sign language, and I am Rukidi Edward Kijanangoma. See you at 10.
Like the sea.